We are live. Good morning from Vietnam. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for people from over the world. Good morning to Nancy Tran. Yeah. So
Good morning,
sorry.
em.
Yeah. um, Today I'm very happy because I can invite Miss Nancy to go to my page to share some experience about her journey, about her business. So with my audience. So first of all, I want to say thank you with you, Miss Nancy.
Thank you, em.
Yeah. Mm, for other people who don't know me, so I want to introduce a little bit about myself. I am my name is Thảo. I was born and grow up in Vietnam. So my main field is agriculture. I work in agriculture field in for 20 years, and
Wow.
now I move and live in Singapore with my husband. And this is the
Wow.
reason why I zoom in this business. So how about you? Can you introduce a little bit about yourself so my audience can understand you a little bit?
Yes, sure. Thank you, em. Thank you, Thảo, for inviting me to talk to your audience today. So my name is Nancy Tran. Yoon is also my last name, but that was before marriage, right? So, yeah,
Ah,
so both names is correct.
okay.
But yeah, so, in America, we use the husband last name. So that's why I take, Tran. And I am a mom. I have three beautiful daughters, and I work full time as a loan processor manager. And I also work as a part time digital business owner.
Oh. So you still keep your full-time job and you work with the digital business look like a part-time job.
Yes.
So in the first time when I saw your your information in the business communities, I think that maybe you quit your job and you just do the main job in digital business because your result is very 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 good. This is my Mandarin.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, being a digital business owner, you can work anytime you want, right? And the result is also based on, how much time you put in. And I have a big goal, so I wanna do more, and
Yeah,
it's okay to make more money, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yes, so that's why. But yeah, because it's so flexible that you can do anytime, and you can keep your full-time job and still
yeah.
have a good result doing it part-time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's really awesome. So
Thank
come
you.
back with the past. So I am very curious. So I want to ask you, why did you decide to do this business? Because I think that you have a very good job. So why you still want to decide to jump inside this business?
Yeah. Well, working for somebody is never secure, right? It's never safe when you have to, report or depend on somebody else. So for me, even though I have a really good career already in financial industry, I've always wanted to save more money so that I can retire sooner. And then, we all have big dreams, right? So one of my many dreams is to buy a bigger house, have more, money in the savings account for emergency, save more for my retirement so that I can, retire sooner. My husband is, a little bit older than me, so I want to retire when he retired, not me still working and we cannot do anything.
Yeah,
And then being that I have three kids, I want to make sure that I'm able to provide for them. And that was my dream. I thought, okay, when I found this opportunity on my newsfeed, my social media, I thought I have nothing to lose anyway. It's a free webinar. I'm always open to learning new things. And worst case scenario, so what? I learned something new. So that was my attitude when I decided to try this business. And so I got invited to a 90 minutes webinar. I fell in love with it. and I took action right away. And from there, I learned so much, and I have achieved many goals. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've done this from March of 2019, so exactly 3 years as a digital business
Mm,
owner. Mhm.
yeah. So I saw you got so many results, many good income every month. So I saw you post in the private community. So it really, how can I say, be inspire me. So I look at you, I look at other people. So have my own target. So I look at the people who work before me. So
Mhm.
I saw clear my journey. So this is reason why I also want to get that. So
Mhm.
I also work hard to have the same income, to have the same good
Mhm.
result like you. So
Yeah, I mean, in this business, you can help a lot of people. Unfortunately, there are so many people are so afraid out there to try new things, and when you're afraid to try something new, you will stop yourself from learning new things, and you may lose out on the opportunity that is right for you.
yeah,
So in our business, as we have coach, we have mentors that will help you in the community to support you, and amazing, system that do everything for you. All the heavy lifting is done. So I don't see the reason why people don't want to try, right? So that's why, it's amazed me how many people are still skeptical and worry that, we are, we scam them or something, but we're not, we're real people, real parents,
yeah,
who just trying to make extra and be there more for our children, and save more for our future. So yeah, if anyone is, curious and looking right now, try it. It doesn't really hurt you in anything.
yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So you worked in digital business 3 years, so you have so many experience. So you work with many people. You have many people to success with this
Mhm.
system. So I want to ask you one question. Some people they will say that this business just suitable for the people who live abroad, who live outside of Vietnam, not Vietnamese local people. So,
Mm.
what do you think about that? So, what do you think? Who is suitable for this business? And is
Mhm.
this correct? If people think that it just for the people who live abroad, not living in Vietnam, they will success with this digital business.
Okay. I mean, it's honestly, to me, it doesn't matter where you live, right? It's your will to change and your will to learn. So our business is a global business. And when we say global, that means not a lot of people can understand English, right?
Yeah,
Um, you don't, as long as you are willing to learn. We have a community of people, coaches and mentors that can speak your language, could help you. And then we also have like technologies like Google Translate, to help you.
yeah,
You're not going to be alone, right? I have people in my business that are like from Vietnam. They don't even speak any English, okay, but they are still able to be very successful in this business.
yeah,
And we also have people that speak Burmese, people that speak Thai, Laos, Hmong, all other dialects in around the world. Okay, so this technology that would help you, but most importantly is the people in the community who also understand your language to help you. So
yeah,
I wouldn't worry about that. Okay, as long as you're willing to do it, we have all the tools necessary. Because even if you speak like perfect English, but you don't want to do it, no matter if we give you like all the tools and technology, and you don't want to do it, you're still not going to be successful, right?
yeah,
So most important thing is, do you want to change your life, right? Do you want to try something new? Do you want to step out of your comfort zone and learn something new to benefit your family? and then use that knowledge to teach back to people, you know.
yeah,
So that's all I can say. We're globally, and we have many people in our community that speak little to no English. You
yeah,
have, yes, you do have to have a basic understanding, but you can, because most of our training is video, and you can pause and go slow, right?
yeah.
Pause and read and go slow, because there's subtitle that would help you. And then worst case scenario, ask your mentor, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, for success in this business, you need to serious about the talk, and
Hmm.
then we willing to learn and ready to have a change with your life.
Yep.
And no matter uh, what level English you have, what language you speak every day, and what level of technical you have, right?
Hmm.
So
Yep.
just yeah, you
Yeah.
ready to zoom out of comfort zone and
Yeah.
learn more. Yeah,
And and then as far as like, what about you don't have any experience, right? It's okay, because you know what? Everybody learns something new. Even if you have experience, when you come in to learn something new, you have to basically forget about what you learned in the past and learn, with the new program, right? So same thing when in your job, your regular job, right? Even if you have experience, it gets you to the door. But then, when you actually do the work, the company is going to train you the way they want you to use, right? Train
yeah,
you new technology, new program, and new format, right?
yeah,
So yeah, so you just have to be super open-minded and be coachable, because we cannot teach you if you don't want to be taught, right? We cannot share with you our experience to help you be successful if you are close-minded and you don't trust us, right? So that's why, our one of the things that we're really looking for in our new business partner is that you have to be coachable, you know,
yeah,
um, because if you know everything already, then nobody's gonna share anything with you, right?
yeah.
So just be open to new information.
So one thing I think other people worry about when they start to jump in this business is the money they decide to invest, because they think that the people live outside Vietnam, they have more money to invest in this business, and the
Mhm.
people living inside Vietnam, maybe they have
Mhm.
don't have so much money. So for that situation, how about your solution for them, for
Yeah.
advice?
Well, in any type of business, doesn't matter if you in America, in Australia, or in Vietnam, or in Africa, doesn't matter where. Okay. Um, Anytime that you start a business, you have to have some sort of startup business for us cost, right?
Right.
So for us, you have a fast way to start, and we have a slow way to start, right?
Yeah.
So you would have to have, first of all, have some money. I cannot tell you that, oh, come and no investment necessary, because that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay. But you do have to have some. And to me, compared to a traditional business, it's very affordable, okay, for a startup.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay any extra money for leveraging and using our system and training. So there's no additional cost, right?
Yeah.
um, so with that in mind, in order for you to get customized a startup package, you have to first go in and find out if this is right for you. Okay.
Yeah.
After you join the team, you do your research with us, and you learn more about the opportunity, about the products, the potential for the income. And then if you feel like, okay, this is good, I can do this, then you can book a coaching call with one of those experienced coaches to just sit down with you and explain and talk about your budget and see
Yeah.
how we can best start you. Because we're not here to push you to do anything that you feel uncomfortable. We're here to help you. So
Yeah.
we can customize, and if you don't have enough at the time, it's okay. You just have to work on your budget and then cut here and there if you really, really want to change your life, right?
Yeah.
Um, doesn't matter what we do, in life. In order for us to achieve something, we have to give up something,
Yeah.
right? Nothing is going to be free. And if everything is free for you, then nobody cares, right? So when you invest in something, whether it's your energy, your time, or your money, then you will value it. And for us, it's like, you know, compared to the traditional business, for us, it's very, very affordable. Plus, we have a way to help you strategize for your startup. So don't worry about it. First and foremost, do you want to do it? And if you want to do it, take the next step, and then you can uncover more information.
Yes.
Okay.
This is really, how can I say it? This is my story also.
Mm,
Because when I started with this business, that time I'm very stressful when I just start live abroad in Singapore.
mm,
And the life, of course, in Singapore very high, and I have no income. So that
mm,
time I just stay at home. I have nothing. So I'm very stressed. So when I find out this business, I start thinking this business allow me start everything with very low price,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
very low invest. So that time I just think that how can I do with the low, with just a small money compared with the coffee shop I run before.
mm-hmm,
So I decided to reach out my mentor and my coach because I know that with their experience, they will help
mm-hmm.
me. So they will give me my journey. What can I do with my budget?
Yep.
What can I do? And how can I start? So I decided to book coaching call to clear all information.
Mm-hmm.
So and after that, I decide.
Yep.
And really, when I start, I wonder, can I succeed or not? That time
Mm-hmm.
I am not a confident woman. No, that time it looked like I have nothing. So,
Mm-hmm.
but really, I have nothing to lose. So this
Yep.
is the reason why I decide and zoom in, and that I have a little bit, not so big, but a little bit result after 4 months. I run this business. So
Yep.
I really grateful and thankful. That time I find out this digital business really
Yep.
very happy. Yeah, until now I never look back.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people, they tend to, I guess when you start, you tend to want to see result right away,
Yeah,
right? And then if you don't see result right away, then you get discouraged, right? Um, just like, when the thing is, you have to remember, this is not a job where you go to work and then you get paid, right?
yeah, yeah,
But then you at the mercy of them, can terminate you anytime, right? One day you show up to work, they say, hey, I don't need you anymore, bye bye, right? But so here, for our business, because it's your own business, you know, you have no boss to tell you, hey, show up for your business. So you kind of la di da, taking your time or observing around, or watching people instead of like taking action and doing it. Um, and then when you're doing something and then you don't see result right away, you get freaked out and you're like, oh my gosh, this is not for me, right? So that's when
yeah,
fear sets in, and your confidence level drop, right? So what we do in this business, when that happens, you have mentor and coaches to be there for you
yeah,
and to hold your hands and lift you back up. Okay.
yeah,
Because you know what? We all went through it in the beginning, and we know how to pick ourselves up. And now we know how to pick up, our team when they face the same challenges.
yeah,
Um, and the most important thing that I want to stress is within this business, at least for me and many people that I know in my team as well, is that we develop so much, in personal development. We become more confident, right?
Yeah.
We smile more, we become
Yeah.
more positive, right? Even the
Yeah.
money is not here yet, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we learn how to live a better life, before the money comes. We
Yeah.
learn law of attraction. We learn about positivities, right? We learn how to take better care of ourselves and believe in ourselves, and all of that, you don't do by yourself. You have the entire community to support you, and because of that, you're not going to get sad often, and you start seeing results more often, financially and friendships. So to me, those are like valuable things that if you don't do the business, you're not going to know. For example, if I don't do the business, I would never met you. We're like halfway around the world,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
yes, and we learn so much from each other, and we inspire each other through our actions, our posts, our thinking, our success and our results. So
Yeah.
with that said, all of those things are, to me, is more valuable than anything. And then the financial automatically comes when you are most happy and content and loving and sharing, and caring. So yeah, you get more than just the money from this business.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So we will thank you so much. So I hope that the people who follow my page and follow our interview, they can understand a little bit about the business we are doing now. So we will move to the another question. So I want to ask you, after 3 years you work in this business, so what do you get after you run this business compared with before?
Well, I just mentioned the personal development, right, which is huge for me. I'm a happier person, around my family and my friends. Um, and the financial gain would be, actually worry less about my savings. Um, and I bought new car. I'm saving up for a new house, and I'm able to spend more time with my family. We love to eat out at nice restaurants. So before we were not able to do that because of our budget, but now we're able to celebrate at nicer restaurants, experience new food. Um, and just do more charity, right? So before, when we write a check for charity, we have to think like how much, because we don't want to hurt our budget for our family, right? But now we have more to do to give back, right? So for us, it's really a blessing. um, Life is way better, when you don't have to think so much or get stressed out and always have to calculate the numbers when it comes to spending.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely it is, a really true blessing for our family, in last few years that we've been doing this. Mhm.
Yeah. It's really good for the newbie look like me. When I just join in this community, I look at you. I post on my page your picture, your family picture with your husband and the children on the beach, right? So I really look at it, and I because the biggest dream of my life is have a happy family and stay quality time with my family. And now
Mhm.
I still don't have any children yet. But I hope when I have my children, I have a time and spend time with them and watch them grow up every day. So I really, really, how can I say, when I saw your picture, it looked like my dream. It's like I just look at it. You can, if you come back my past, my what I post on my business page, you will saw your picture.
Aw, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, really, really, it took my heart because this is what I want in my life. Yeah,
Yes, yeah. So that's what we do here. We help inspire each other, right? My mentor inspire me. So many people in the community inspire me in so many ways. All the
yeah,
new people also, inspire me. because they are courage to take, new step. And I always learn, I'm always open to learning new things. Trust me, I mean, everybody that who comes in this business is new. um, we we want to attract the same thing, and we want to have the same result with the people that go ahead of us, right? Because in life or in anything that we do, if we don't have a role model, or we don't have a target, or
yeah,
an idol, then it's harder for us to get to our goal, right?
yeah,
So and just like, when you work for somebody at the job, you always look up to your boss and say, one day I want to be like that, in that position, correct?
yes,
Yeah, it's human nature that we always want to advance and do more good things in life,
yeah,
right? We don't want to stay still, because stay still, it's not bad at all, but if you grow in your family, then you need to have more, right?
sure,
So, and if you not taking care of your family, you don't have, like, big family, then that's okay. You can always give what you earn more to charity, right? To something that actually makes you feel good, and share your success with other people.
yeah,
So, yeah, so to me, I'm so grateful that I found this opportunity too. And I thank myself, for taking that courage and try it, right? And just be patient. Okay, in the beginning, your first, I work in business. I work with business owners all the time in my financing career, and usually a traditional business, it takes 3 to 5 years to see result. After all the sweat and tears and time and money that they put into their traditional business,
yeah,
um, it takes some years to take it back, right? And
yeah,
so here we are, we have a very affordable startup budget. So even if it takes you a little longer, that's okay, because you know what? As long as you don't stop, you're gonna get to the end result, right? So that's all my advice for you. Whoever's watching right now is, take that next step. First of all, we invite you to the free webinar. It's
yeah,
really is it really is free, and you just need to spend 90 minutes of your time to check it out. Okay, take notes, listen to the speakers, on there, because we're real people with real results, and we share real experience. We're not actors and actresses.
yeah,
So yeah, because if you don't believe me, go on it every single Tuesday and Thursday, America time, on yours time, probably the following day or something.
I can, yes,
Yeah, check it out and see that, every single day is different group of people, because we have hundreds of thousand people that can't wait to get on
yeah,
there and share their story, so that you can be inspired and take action for you to change your own family.
yeah,
So yeah, and then after you watch it and you love it so much, take the next step. Hey, become a member with us for just, it's refundable anyway, so that you
yeah,
can find out more information. So when you know more, you will make better decision, right? So that you are not skeptical, or so that you know it's real, and you understand more about it. And then you can make a decision whether you want to go next step again, right?
yeah,
So if you that serious, then just do it. You have 30 days money back guarantee. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
See you on the
So
inside.
thank you so much, Nancy. So just have a small question, because from beginning of the interview, we talked so much about the benefits, the values of this business. So when you run this business, any difficult issue you meet within the time you run this business, or everything just perfect?
Well, nothing is perfect, right? Um, but anything that is worthwhile, um, you can overcome, and you will have people that will support you and help you walk you through the process. If you meet any challenges, right? um, then more likely that the universe is challenging you or teaching you some lesson. Just don't stop, ask for help, and then work it out. For me, one of the things that I felt like really I struggle was comparison. Um, I That's why I was sharing with you my experience, because I was looking around. I expected like, oh, result right away, right?
Yeah.
So I looked around and I see people, who more successful than me, coming the same time with me, and then I start compare. And then I go one day, um, I tell myself, you know what? I work full time. I do part time, and the
Yeah.
other person they do full time. So I cannot
Yeah.
compare with what they have on their plates and how much time and effort and energy that they put into the business for that
Yeah.
result, right?
Yeah.
So the bottom line is don't compare. That's what I learned from my time in the
Yeah.
beginning. So the result will vary based on your experience, based on how much time you put in, and if you do have off day, that means like unhappy. That's okay. Just step back, relax, and look at the big picture of the reason why you do this in the first place, and find something to inspire you to bring you back in the game.
Yeah.
And talk to your mentor, talk to your coach, because most likely we have been there and we
Yeah.
still here, and we have good result now. So that means we have a way to help lift you back up,
Yeah.
to become successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We just have a 30 minutes and you share so much very information. So of course for the big chance for the big opportunity, we cannot share everything information within 30 minutes or just within 90 minutes in webinar.
Mhm.
So the the most important is you decide to go inside and get more information. Look at everything by your eyes and everything will clear for you. After that, you will decide you continue or you stop and you get refund.
Yep.
Everything depends on you. But I really don't want other people just look at me or you and then they decide. I want other people just look at by their eyes and have their own idea or their own point of view. So
Mhm.
after that, they can decide later. It's not no need
Yep.
hurry at all. So
Yes.
thank you so much, Nancy, to take time
You're
with me today.
welcome.
Yeah. So I hope in the future I can introduce you with my community, with my partner, with my team, and next time I can also invite you for the next interview. We can discuss another topic. It is okay.
Okay.
with you? Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody who follow our interview today. Thank you, Dave, Hannah from New Zealand, Dave from Australia, and other people from over the world. Thank you, and I wish you, Nancy, and other people have a good life. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
too, Em.
Yeah, thank you so much.